the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who's better, Houston's former team or its current one. It's the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We had a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Nashville. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be let out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
The thing that has always really stood out and impressed me the most about this guy, Mike, is how steady and reliable he is anytime he's called upon. You know exactly what you're getting anytime he's under center. Maybe not the biggest arm in the world, but I'll tell you what, he gives you just enough to work with, and he is capable of getting the job done. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Rudolph. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. This one intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Tajay Spears. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They are obviously still smarting from that pick six a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Pollard. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto it. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his 2nd year under center. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Stroud. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack, and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Jaquan Jackson is back deep for Tennessee. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense and Mason Rudolph heading out onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
It is 3rd and 10. Rudolph. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Schultz is the motion man. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down for Houston.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, Stroud. He's going to tuck it and go. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. Again, it'll be Mixon. And this time, he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Spears now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. They send Ridley in motion. Throwing, Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Open man downfield. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Now Rudolph. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Nashville in a moment. On first down, it's Stroud. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and that will lead to a second down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, it's Stroud. On the quick slant, they find Dell. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early in that last pickup.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
3rd and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pollard. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Rudolph. That caught Tony Pollard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Pollard, and he will have a Titans 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here's Rudolph. A throw right side, taken in by Boyd.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, here's Pollard. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Now Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Rudolph looking to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's into the end zone. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Tennessee. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Back to throw is Rudolph. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. To throw is Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hands.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he will get into the end zone. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Spears now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's Pollard running left. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rudolph. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. 20 yards on that pass play. First down for Tennessee.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Back to the air one more time. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown Titans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Titans have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That one caught by Tank Dell. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. Whoa. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They look to run with Mixon. And he's into the end zone yet again. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man, Westbrook-Akine. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He'll look middle here, caught by Boyd. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defender.
And he'll take it on in. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Tennessee. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Titans have cut the deficit to 5. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.